Hello everyone, DarkSynth here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to really use drive parry, as I really haven't seen any videos or guides going around on how to use it effectively, because there's multiple situations that it benefits from, and I'll be going over those just in this video, so stay tuned. So the first thing I want to go over is using it against fireballs. Because if you just kind of block a fireball, you're gonna take drive gauge damage. So if you just happen to block a fireball, you notice your drive gauge kind of it takes chip damage. So to negate that, you just want to use drive parry, and you don't really lose or gain any drive parry. So that's one way to use drive parry, is to just use it against fireballs instead of blocking them, because if you block too many, you're just gonna take, chip damage with your drive gauge. And if you're down to a bar of drive gauge, you can't really be affording to just block all the fireballs. So using parry is definitely worth it. Now, to go further on this about the fireballs, is perfect parrying them. So if you happen to perfect parry a fireball, you can drive rush after. So you notice how if I just do a regular fireball, you won't really see much of a blue glow, but once I perfect parry it, if I can, you'll notice how it makes a little bit of a different sound, and you see more of a blue spark, like a blue flash. See if I just hold it, you don't really see a blue flash, but the instant I perfect parry it, you'll see a blue flash come out real quick. At that moment, you can go into drive rush. This was changed in the Street Fighter 6 demo. You couldn't do it in either of the betas, so Capcom decided to make this a little better against fireballs, since zoning in this game is way stronger than it was in Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 5, it just had so many characters had so many tools to get around fireballs. It just was ridiculous. So that's another way to use perfect parry or drive parry, is to perfect parry the fireballs and then use drive rush after to get in on your opponent. This is definitely useful against Ryu and Luke. I don't know how effective it'll be against Chun-Li or Guile, since their projectiles are very fast and they recover from them pretty quickly. So at least against Ryu and Luke, definitely use this strategy. So next up, using drive parry is good against stuff like Honda's Headbutt. As you can tell, we have Honda on screen. But not only just Honda's Headbutt, but full screen moves another good move is Ken's his Dragon Lash kick. If he does his heavy Dragon Lash kick, it's +1 or 2, could be +3, but the point is it's plus. And so the startup is kind of slow, so if you can react to it and you're paying close attention to your opponent that's playing Ken, you can drive parry or even drive impact. But this video isn't about drive impact, but you get the point. Using drive parry against very slow reactable moves is definitely something you want to get down. So if I happen to perfect parry Honda's Headbutt, which I failed to do, I can get a free combo. Now you notice the damage scale is pretty bad, but the point is you get a knockdown on Honda. And if you're playing JP, guess what? He's full screen now, and you can just, have fun zoning him. Again, he can still get in with Headbutt, but it's still kind of a risk he has to take, because JP can have, tears up in the sky, or rifts, whatever you want to call them, that he can put close to him. So if Honda tries to even think about doing a Headbutt, he'll have to think about dealing with the rift. So JP can just have his rift out and zone Honda, but we're getting off topic. So learning to perfect parry stuff like Honda's Headbutt and Blanka ball is another good thing you need to practice, and I would definitely say is a fundamental to Street Fighter 6. With all these new mechanics, drive parry is the least looked at, I feel like. And it's just hasn't been discovered a whole lot, but I'm just kind of like using the basics of how to use drive parry. So far using it to deflect fireballs because you're just gonna take chip damage with your drive gauge, and that's the other thing too with headbutt is it. If you just keep blocking it, guess what? That's worse than a fireball. You're taking a whole drive gauge. So definitely you need to be drive parrying Honda's headbutt, Blanka's Blanka ball, so you don't take that chip damage and then get burnt out, because literally it just takes 6 headbutts to get burnt out. And if you're not diligent about parrying or just trying to, avoid headbutt, you're gonna get burnt out and then potentially lose the match. So the last thing you can use drive parry / perfect parry for is gaps in pressure, and the best example I could find is Blanka's level 2 lightning beast, I think is what it's called, but it allows him to cancel Blanka ball into Blanka ball again, so he can just kind of keep looping it, and it's really good pressure. But there's a way you can deal with it, because there is a gap if he does the initial Blanka ball into another Blanka ball. So what you can do is perfect parry the follow-up, and then you can get a free punish. This all takes practice, so what you need to do is go into the lab, and with things like Blanka ball or headbutt, practice perfect parrying it. You want to have like 2 to 3 different timings. You want to have Honda do immediate headbutt, a delayed headbutt, and then a very late headbutt. And then you can do the same with Blanka ball. You can have them do different timings, and then you can just practice reacting to those timings. But that's really like the gist of how to use perfect parry effectively. Not just perfect parry, but drive parry in this game. It's a very useful mechanic. I do see it used a lot, but just not like effectively. Of course, I see it used a lot against JP, because he's gonna keep you full screen until he throws this out at you, and then you just lose like 30% of your health. But yeah, if this video was helpful at all in any way, consider leaving a like, as it helps with the channel, and subscribe for more tips and tricks like this regarding fighting games. I will be covering Mortal Kombat 1 once that releases in September. I don't know if I'll be able to play the beta or the stress test, just because I don't have a PlayStation, so I might be able to get my hands on it at a friend's house if anything, but we'll see. But yeah, this is Darkson signing out. I hope you take care.